Knock these motherfuckers out.
We back
You're
with our third episode for the week.
here.
This is K, this is D, Militia Uncut. If you're new to our channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff that YouTubers say.
Facts.
So, now...
And share.
Yes, please.
Share.
And just... Yo, honestly, even if you never watched a single video, just press subscribe. We need to reach a certain level of subscribers.
Deadass.
And then we can make money.
Deadass.
So just press the button. I don't even care. Don't watch the show. Watch the show. But if you don't want to, just press subscribe.
What you want to get into this episode, sir?
Honestly, I kind of want to get into my bag about this.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about being a YouTuber.
Okay. It's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah. Because I know some people, some friends, who've started YouTube channels and then they just kind of stopped. I tried to have a YouTube channel in college and I stopped. But I stopped for multiple reasons.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I had a channel and I was going to I had ideas for wild videos that I was going to put up and all this other stuff. I had it all written down in a notebook. I probably still have that notebook somewhere in my house. But it just fell apart because that was one of those things where I was literally doing it all by myself. And I didn't know enough about editing. I didn't know enough about whatever. I have this one video I made. It was a blurred lines video where
About Robin Thicke and...
Yeah. And it was all of us, me and my friends, we were in the dressing room getting ready for the show. Mm-hmm. And we were in the dressing room dancing to the song. But then I dubbed it over with the actual song. And it was just clips of us cut together to the beat of the song. It was actually pretty cool. I was one of my cool videos. If I could find it, I would post it again. But it's been so long. Yeah, and then I just I don't know. Being on YouTube, like he said, is harder than it looks, and you really, this is one of those things where you really gotta have a
team.
Yeah, and everybody on the team has to be on the same page. And this is just beyond this isn't about talking about other members in our group. This is just in general, for anybody out there that wants to do this, you gotta have that mindset to be all right,
I'm gonna keep going, no matter what. And
you have to go about it as if this is another job, but it's something that I'm passionate about. You gotta be really prepared for what it takes to be on YouTube.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know in the first episode we was talking about canceling the show, but now us just talking about it and then me remembering what Nipsey said and the marathon continues and really it's a sprint. You just gotta keep going. So fuck the show being canceled. We back, bitches. All that shit.
New energy?
Yeah, new energy, you feel me? You gotta just, sometimes you gotta remember, like I said, this is why Nipsey was one of my idols,
Yeah.
He does bring some life into a nigga sometimes,
That's good.
So, but yeah, we going for 100 weeks. Times 100 weeks.
That's a
bitch.
lot. That's a lot.
That's 700 episodes, bro, easy. Well, no, because, some people want to be lazy and fuck it up.
It's cool. I just find it... I still find it funny that our 100th episode only has C in it. And his girl. It's cool that it worked out that way, that his girl was there. So it was it was still something special. But it's it's our 100th episode and 3 of the 4 members are not in the episode. It was just what?
Yeah. So now we got to turn up for the 200th episode or the 150th one.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's
150 of one will pop up before you even know it. Though.
Yeah.
So,
and it's hard to keep it going when you don't have that engagement. I think about...
What do you mean?
Well,
With our audience?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like,
we tell them to comment and nobody comments.
Yeah. and then it'd be like we could have like even if we had 17 subscribers, but all 17 were like
really active.
Yeah. You would feel the difference.
No, to be honest with you, I want to get to 1,000, like our plan is, right? But when we get to 1,000, I want us to go on live, like all 4 of us, and just.
I want to do that too.
Yeah, bro. Like, fuck it. What's up?
That'd be dope. That'd be really, really dope. And then, you know, it's just hard. Like, 2 channels that I follow, and one I'm kind of like falling off on. I just cause his videos are like long, and I don't always have time to like watch them. But there's 2 YouTube channels that I really like. One is Sean Chandler, talks about movies, and the other one is Thor Skywalker. Now he's the guy that talks about like Marvel and Star Wars specifically, mainly Star Wars. And then Sean Chandler is just a guy that loves movies, and it's like his passion, and he's been able to grow that channel so much that literally the channel is his job. He does not have to work any other job. His wife is in support of it, you know, and he has so many like patrons that help him out and that follow him and support his journey, that like he talks to them, he engages to them, and the comments in below, he encourages like debates in the comments, you know, good, you know, obviously positive structured debates, but like, you know, he encourages the audience engage with each other. Like he'll rank movies, he'll do reviews of movies, and he'll be like, if you disagree with my list, let's talk about it. And he'll reply to the comments, like he'll engage with his audience. Like it's really cool, you know. And then Thor Skywalker on his channel, he'll post like polls, and he'll be like, what should I talk about for my next video, or you know, or what, like something with Star Wars, like what's the best fight scene in Star Wars, and he'll post a poll, and then based off the results of the poll, he'll talk about it in the episode, and he'll like discuss it and even shout out certain you know, followers that commented and stuff like that. Like it's really cool the way he engages. And I just like channels like that, because it's like, wow, this is like a real whole community. Like this is this man's life, his livelihood, you know. And it's like the amount of time and work we be putting in these last 20 weeks of 19, you know, doing this show. It's like if we had that kind of like engagement, I feel like it would make it feel less like a...
You know what? We'll get there.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. Like, when we first started out, we wasn't even subscribed. You feel me? Like, now we got 17. And I'm grateful for all 17 people that are subscribed.
Definitely. We do want to give y'all thanks.
Like,
Because I got people who tell me, the people that I know, that know me personally, that are subscribed to the channel, they'll be like, yeah, you know, I saw that episode, I've been watching, you know, and they'll be like, yeah, I was good, man. Yeah, you know, I seen you put up a new episode. And, you know, even the ones that I'm not in, they'll just be like, oh, man, your cousin was, like, saying some wild stuff. I'm like, yeah, you know, that's the show. So, you know, it'd be cool. Like,
wait, me or C?
It was probably both of y'all, honestly, but might have been C. Maybe. But, yeah, like, the engagement that we do have, I do appreciate. You know, it's just... feel free to say more, do more, or whatever, and just continue to bring people to us so that we can have more people.
I remember what that topic was. I remember cool. It now. We'll save it for later. I'm gonna write it down though. All right. That's what the fuck it was. Damn. My bad, y'all. I had a moment. I was trying to remember a topic that I wanted to talk to Kay about for the longest. And I forgot it, but now I just remembered it for some reason. I guess because of all the wild shit that I say, and you know. But
I've been slacking because I was supposed to do something for my other joint, like the podcast, but I haven't.
I know what's going on. We still up to episode 4, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up? I listen, so.
Oh, what?
I fall asleep though. I'm not gonna lie sometimes.
I mean,
but I do listen.
I mean, the way I be talking on that show and then the background music or whatever, I can see that.
Peaceful, bro.
That's why I picked it. I was like, oh, this sound kind of dope. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
you know what it reminds me of? The Nintendo Wii music.
Mm.
Like, it reminds me of that. But
no, because I was supposed to see Aladdin, and I just haven't seen it yet. That was supposed to be my next topic, because I was going to talk about that and just the nature of like all these Disney movies that they're remaking, because that's my childhood that like they're just redoing.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that they've done or that they're choosing
with
to
the
do.
New Lion, the new
not at all
live action Lion King.
And it's not live action.
Like
it's just
3D.
It's just really good CGI. Like that's really all it is. Nothing was filmed on a location. Nothing was like, none of those animals are real. Like there's no human in it. Like it's just really good CGI. It's like photorealistic, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not live action. So this doesn't technically even count.
But like, you know the sad thing is, and let me ask you this because you're a movie guy, right? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about them remaking and continuing things over and over again? Because we was talking about John Wick, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, John Wick 3, spoiler alert, there's going to be a John Wick 4.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's too many movies that they just keep sucking the blood out of shit. Like they don't stop. Like Hollywood really does not stop with shit. Like Fast and the Furious. How many of these niggas, how many times you gonna race, my nigga? And y'all not gonna get caught? You like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Why niggas so close and getting in my car? Like,
yeah, that was weird.
Like, bro. But like,
nah, I mean, for me personally, I feel like it is a problem. I think
I stopped watching the Fast and Furiouses, bro.
I mean,
I didn't see the last 2. Deadass.
Well, I mean, honestly, the 8th one wasn't all that.
Like,
7 was cool, but it was just... See, the problem with 7 is that you can tell that a lot of stuff was redone because of Paul Walker's death.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, they did what they could.
Oh, that was it's only 8?
Yeah, there's only 8 so far.
Isn't there one with The Rock and what's his name by itself? That's the 8th one?
Yeah.
I don't know. No. Isn't
Fate of the Furious is the first one that doesn't have Paul Walker in it.
There's last 2 ones in there. Because there's one where Vin Diesel goes evil.
That's 8. That's the one 8? That just came out.
And that's the one that The Rock and what's his name team up.
Yeah. But now they're making, and then because of that, now they're doing a spinoff with just them.
Yeah.
Like this this Hobbs and Shaw shit. Yeah. I don't want to see it. Right. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see it at all.
I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead.
And then they're planning on making 2 more of these Fast and like they're making a 9 and a 10. And then that's supposed to be the end of it.
That's why my son Tyrese got tight.
Yeah. Tyrese was like, yo, like The Rock, you just delayed the whole movie. Like Tyrese got tight. But Tyrese, you don't do shit in those movies. I know. Yo, Tyrese, I never noticed it until this YouTube channel like made a joke about it. But it's like he doesn't really do anything in those movies. Like he'll say that one liner and
some wild, funny, some kind of funny
some
stuff
quick comic relief,
yeah.
And then that's it. And so it was funny because whenever he does that channel's like, earn that paycheck, Tyrese. It's funny. Dumb funny. I'm like, and I never really noticed it. I'm like, yeah, that really is all he does in those movies.
Yeah. I don't know.
But that franchise is one of the funniest like franchises ever in terms of like its evolution. Like you watch the first one and then you watch the 8th one, it's like how the hell are they
crazy.
Related? Like it's really wild.
Because it goes from them trying to find out who's hijacking trucks in the middle of DVDs the fucking desert like right to niggas trying to save the world
from like nuclear weapons. Like it's wild
with cars,
and it's like why them
racing?
What is it about them that makes them like the team that saves the earth? Like what? That's wild,
bro. Like that. Nah, you're right about that. That's funny. Yeah, that franchise. But this is back to my question though. Why?
Well, one.
Like I get it. It makes money. I get it. I understand it. But it's like, my nigga, y'all can't let some shit just die and just, I could understand a spinoff. Like, I would respect spinoffs more than y'all keep doing the same thing. Like, for example, I would have been better off with them doing a spinoff of John Wick. Instead of them doing a spinoff, do a prelude. Show us how Halle Berry is, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Do something like that. Show us how, or show us what the fuck happens to Halle Berry after. You feel me?
You know what's funny?
Give me
You
something
know what's funny?
that's
I wanted them
like
to do that.
Original, bro. Like, don't keep.
See, and that's the thing too. I wanted the. It's weird. The movies that they choose to make sequels to, it doesn't make sense. But then there's other movies where like you could have easily made a sequel and then you don't. And it's like, what? Like, I remember one movie I really wanted a sequel to. I wanted a sequel to Safe House because
Safe House.
With Denzel Washington and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yes,
I wanted to see
that would have been a good sequel too.
And I thought about it.
Yo, that's funny.
And it's crazy because, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, Denzel dies in Safe House, right?
And then he passes on the USB, the information.
And the movie ends with Ryan Reynolds leaking all the information that Denzel gave him. And then it's like now he's on the run. Yeah. And it's like, yo, and then the way the movie ended, because it was like he saw his girl that he broke up with in the middle of the movie, and she caught his eye, but they're like, they know they can't be together because now he's on the run. Yeah. But he was just like, I see you, babe. And then it just ends with him like, yo, I'm on my shit now. And it was like, it would have been so crazy if there was a sequel to that movie, because now it's like all those agencies all across the world got exposed, and everybody is like honestly, it would have been John Wick on like a global scale, because everybody is looking for you. And it's like, and they could have even did like Godfather. They could have went Godfather 2 with it, where it could have been half sequel, right? You could even bring Denzel back. Like, you could show Ryan on the run, but then also show the flashbacks of everything that made Denzel get to that point in the first place, in the first movie. Yeah. And then the flashbacks could have had a younger, like, Denzel a couple years before Safe House, and showed how he found out all that information, what made him leave, like, all that.
You know what?
Like, they would have been mad cool, and they never did that.
Right? I don't know if you remember how they did the Bourne series.
Right.
That's how they should have gone with it. Like, even the last Bourne was somebody else. It was like, all right, what is the project now that Jason Bourne is our number one target? Mm-hmm. We have to create somebody else. So they kept it going. Like, that's nice. That's original. Yeah. Like, now they just like, oh, y'all niggas like John Wick?
But see, they fucked up with the Bourne series too. Because they tried to do one with the newborn, with a new guy, but it didn't make a lot of money because people didn't like that it wasn't Matt Damon. So then, even though that movie is all right, like, it's not a bad movie. Like, because at first I didn't want to watch it either. I didn't want to watch it because it wasn't Matt Damon, and to me the story was over with after Ultimatum. But they decided, they're like, all right, since people didn't like the one without Matt Damon, we're gonna bring Matt Damon back. But then they made a bad movie. Like, the most recent Bourne movie with Matt Damon is not that good. Like, the script isn't as good. It ends on a weird note. Like, it's like, you do things, you give the audience what they want, and you tease them with shit, but then you don't write a good script. It's like, it ruins the whole shit.
Bad Boys. They need to let it go.
I don't know why they make it.
They need to let it go. This is what, 4?
This is the 3rd one. But I'm not gonna lie. And
they don't need it.
And if Will ever and if Will Smith ever meets me and sees this video, if I'm wrong, I apologize. But low key, I feel like you doing this for Martin. I feel like Martin really wanted to do it, and you're just like, all right, you know what, we cool. Maybe. Let's make another one. Because the movie got delayed so many different times where it was like, just don't do it anymore.
This is what, 10 years later?
Shit, almost damn near 20 years later. Because the second Bad Boys came out in like 2002. It's 2019.
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
It's almost a whole 20 years later.
Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, y'all need to keep that. Don't bring that. That's what I'm saying. Like, some things you can let rock. You can put to rest. You can let it go out with respect. You understand? Like,
yeah.
Don't just... And then every time y'all keep creating it, it just gets watered down. That's why, to be honest with you, I don't fuck with no Spider-Man. Like, every time... Bro, how many fucking Spider-Man movies are there? especially in our lifetime.
I know.
Bro, same thing with the Fantastic Four. They done redid that shit like 4 or 5 fucking times.
Yeah. And they gonna do it again.
Batman. Give me some new niggas. There's other people in these universes. Like, help me.
Yeah.
Help me. Fuck.
Nah,
I know Peter Parker.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. They're wilding with the Batman movies. Cause
Nah, but the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Rises, those shits was good. But
even that series was smart because he made 3 and that was it. Like, that was the story.
Yeah.
And that was over with. And it was like, you know, and I know that they tried to redo it, and then with Ben Affleck, like, they tried it, but it was like they couldn't make that series work. And now Ben Affleck don't even want to do it no more. Now you recasting and doing a younger guy to be Batman, but it might be in the same continuity. It might not. I mean, I just feel like everybody was trying. You know what it was? Everybody tries to follow this trend, but like it only works for certain movies. And it's like, and then when you try to do it, it blows up in your face and you realize it doesn't work. Like the first trend that I can remember was when everybody was doing the like young adult novels adaptations, right? So Harry Potter was like the successful one that was going off. What happened with Harry Potter was they split the 7th book into 2 movies. They did part 1, part 2. Then they tried to start doing that they did it with Breaking Dawn for the Twilight series. They tried to do it with the Divergent shit, and then that didn't even happen.
I'm not gonna lie, the Divergent, that was kind of fire.
The first one was cool. Yeah. Then the second one wasn't as good. Then they made a third one that was really bad, but it was supposed to. But what happened was they split the 3rd book into 2 movies, but then the 4th movie never even got made. So the series is just incomplete. People don't even talk about the shit no more. Like, it's really wild. And like Breaking Dawn was split into 2 parts. I didn't think it needed to be. Like, they did it the right way with Harry Potter.
You know what they did?
And then they tried to do it with the Marvel Cinematic Universe because Infinity War was supposed to be 2 parts. But then they changed it to Endgame.
K.
I'm trying to finish the thought.
I know, I'm sorry. Before that, though, you skipped one. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, right, Mockingjay. Yeah, and they did that part 1, part 2.
They did that.
Yeah.
They I think that's probably why they, like, all the other movies was like, all right, there's definitely success in these.
Right.
Because To Kill a Mockingbird was before, I think the first one was before Divergent, right?
No, it's not. It's not To Kill a Mockingbird, bro. Hunger Games.
Why do I keep saying To Kill a Mockingbird?
Because the last movie's called Mockingjay. I knew what you meant.
You know what I'm talking about,
I knew what you meant.
To Kill a Mockingbird is
it's just that classic book. Yeah. Atticus Finch and shit.
The lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyer. Yeah.
I apologize, y'all.
It's
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because I'm Hunger Games. That's what he's talking about.
I kept saying
I know.
Like,
I thought you were only gonna. Yeah, I thought you were only gonna do it that once. That's why I was gonna let it rock. But then you said it again, and I didn't.
You want to know why?
Because let somebody start commenting, and I'm like, this nigga's
like,
talking about Kill a Mockingbird.
Like,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, but yeah, Hunger Games, Mockingjay was split into 2 movies, and that was cool.
Yeah. Like,
you know, and then they tried to do all this shit with like the Maze Runner, and then this one movie that they tried it with, it didn't work. They tried it with Percy Jackson. They tried it with like all this other stuff, and then they try to follow these trends, and it doesn't work. Then same with like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everybody wants to do their whole like universe thing now, but it doesn't work with everything.
But this is my thing.
Not everything has to be the same exact thing.
Nah, but this is my thing, right? It could. All you gotta do is come with some original characters. Like, give me Silver Surfer as a movie. Don't stop giving me Wolverine. You seen how Deadpool was, right?
Yeah.
Give me stuff like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Give me who's really like famous in the? Give me not a Green Lantern, because that wasn't all that.
I mean, if they redid it and then did it better.
Nah. I'm trying to really think of somebody from the DC universe that's like a hero or anti-villain. Give me Deathstroke. You feel me? Give me Deathstroke. Like, give me guys like that.
And you know what sucks?
You know?
They got mad villains. Even if you're gonna make another Superman or Batman movie, stop putting the Joker in the shit. Stop.
Yeah.
Why does every Superman movie have Lex Luthor in it? Like, that's his only fucking villain. Give me Bizarro. Give me Lobo. Give me Metallo. Give me, like, Brainiac. Like, there's mad villains in Superman that they never use.
What's the other one that kind of
Toy
looks like,
Man?
No,
Like,
give me the one that looks like Thanos. He looks like Thanos.
Darkseid.
Yes, Darkseid. Give
That's
me
what I'm
Darkseid.
saying.
Like, give me a Nightwing. I'll take a Nightwing, my nigga. Like,
yeah.
Give me something like that. Give me something original. Hollywood's not original, bro.
I know.
Like, we not asking for much here. We not.
And Disney's really disappointed me, but I knew they was gonna do it anyway. But like, cause they was doing it because even with Star Wars, they was trying to do everything with the spinoff shit, and then they tried to do that, like turn it into another like universe, but it didn't work because like Rogue One is cool. Rogue One is all right. Solo is not that great, and it didn't work. It was an unnecessary movie.
Do you think The Last Jedi was good?
It's my least favorite Star Wars movie, actually.
I think I remember you telling me that. I still didn't watch it yet.
And it's crazy because it's
I'm
not
waiting for Disney Plus.
It's not a bad movie. Like, honestly, there's no Star Wars movie that I flat out dislike. Some
but
are
it's just your least favorite.
It's just my least favorite.
Even versus Solo. I mean, yeah.
Solo is just because it's a spinoff. I don't count it, but like.
No, it's in there, bro.
Solo is just kind of weak. No, well then if if I have to count Solo, then Solo's at the bottom of the list for me.
Okay. All right.
But if not, then it's Last Jedi. Like if I'm going off the actual like episodes, then Last Jedi is my least favorite.
I mean, look. That's all I'm asking.
And then even with their animated movies, like they're not doing nothing crazy. Like Pixar started making sequels to every fucking thing. Like why Toy Story 3 had a great ending, and now you making a Toy Story 4. Why? Cars has 3 movies.
Let me ask you this.
Monsters Inc. had a spin-off. Finding Nemo had a sequel. Incredibles had and then the one movie that I wanted a sequel to, Incredibles 2 wasn't even really all that. When I rewatch it.
Oh, you wasn't fucking with it? It was alright.
It's a good movie, but it's a bad sequel. Okay,
I can see that.
Like, there's so much shit they could have done.
Let me ask you this. How you feel about Toy Story 4 coming out?
See, I have no interest in it. And I've seen the trailers.
Yeah.
The only thing that I have going for Toy Story 4 is that computer animation has just progressed so much that it's like, it looks beautiful. Even with The Lion King, like, it looks gorgeous. But it's just like, I've seen that story before. And how much, there's only but so much you can do. Like, how much more shit can Woody and Buzz get into?
Sometimes you just gotta end it. Like, just let it go out with grace. Like,
and honestly, even with the Fast and Furious series, like, it was cool that they brought Letty back, but I'm not gonna lie, Fast 5 should have been the last one. The one with the first movie that had The Rock in it, I wouldn't have minded if that was the last one.
You wanna know why? Because Han was still alive.
True.
So when he goes to Tokyo, it's kind of like, all right, like you can see, like, you can understand it.
But even six could have been the last one, but you just had to throw Jason Statham in there.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because when 6 ends, they're all like, so Han, you really going to Tokyo? And he's just like,
I'm going.
It's just something I have to do. No more explaining. We know what happens.
Look, we got it.
Right.
He's fine with it.
But now all of a sudden, Jason Statham was there and he killed Han.
He's the reason why?
Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here. The car just tipped. Like,
I swear to everything, that was a regular car before.
Yeah, exactly. That was just a regular
car before. Like,
and then the thing that kills me about that is like, yo, everybody in this team fucked up your brother and you decide to go all the way to Tokyo first? That's the first person you decide to kill?
Right.
Fucking Han of all people? That's fucked up.
He was the easiest, I guess. I guess Han was the easiest. He was like, let me get these niggas the fuck out the way. Like,
yo.
I don't know.
That shit was wild. And then I
gotta watch it.
That part in itself is wild. Bro dead killed Han. But now you on the team and you chilling. We supposed to root for you now.
I didn't know that. You just ruined it for me. Well, it's been a while. I don't care, to be honest with you.
Well, remember, like you said, because remember you were saying like because like Dom kind of like turned on him or whatever. And then
okay.
The Rock, yeah. So The Rock, but because of that, they bring in Jason Statham into the whatever. But it's like, how does that make sense? And now all of a sudden they are having their own spinoff where they're supposed to just become friends and shit. Like it. No.
It's trash. I'm telling you. You just gotta let it end with grace, guys. Let it go out with grace. That's it. That's all I ask. You feel me? Like if I create something, don't keep.
And they keep trying to do things,
and
then the thing that pisses me off about the Fast and Furious movies is that they keep doing things that make you think it's the last one.
Let me ask you this question: did you ever finish Dragon Ball Super? Because you and me was watching it together, and then we just stopped.
No, I didn't keep going.
All right. So we'll watch it. We'll start it up one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even stuff like that, like, and I've heard that Super gets like really really good and it's a good show.
Yes.
But like, even with that,
they didn't have to bring.
I just didn't. Yeah. It was like I didn't need it. I honestly, even
I was fine with it.
Even with GT, like whether you love or hate it, like you could have chose to be like, look, for me, the story ends at Z,
but how
and
did
I'm
you feel
cool.
about AF though?
I never really like knew too much about it because AF was just,
AF didn't happen.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
it was like that fake thing, but everybody, because remember that picture of Super Saiyan 5, everybody was like, oh,
you know what was
shit.
real funny? Later down the line, everybody realized it stood for April Fools. Like, and that's when the news dropped of AF coming out. Like, niggas is crazy. But look,
them Shonen Jump magazines used to be crazy.
Yeah, bro. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know, what y'all feel like Hollywood needs to just let it go out with grace and stop giving us more of it. We're probably missing something, but let us know in the comments. Let us know if you agree with us. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, also share. Tell your grandma to, subscribe. Your ex-husband, all of them, all that. Thank you. I appreciate all 17 of y'all. If all 17 of y'all see this. But
have a good one. Be blessed.
Catch y'all tomorrow.